What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Rooted Nature. Today is the week 13, 13th garden tour that we have done this year for the spring and summer garden. Now, this garden tour is going to be a little different. If you see, there's going to be a lot of stuff dead. There's going to be some stuff that's just overgrown, and some stuff that don't have nothing on it. It's just there for no reason. So y'all will see that. Just don't pay no attention. I'm just doing this garden tour. Next garden tour will probably look different, or upcoming garden tours will definitely start looking different over time. Now, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're gonna start right here. We have basil plants. We have a pepper plant right here that is just reaching for the sun. It's not leggy by no means. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do. We have a dead mint plant here. So there's that. We have chives right here. We have red Reuben basil. This is, I think, a mixed type of basil. Look right here. Bee fell asleep. Didn't make it back to wherever. A lot of bees actually are on here asleep. I don't know if they have a hive or something. I don't even know if they have a hive. Anyway, look at this basil. It looks like it is a tree. It has a, listen, it has a bark just like a tree. Anyway, that's how thick the stem is on all of these. Actually, this red Reuben right here is 2, and look how big it is. So, yeah. It would have probably got 2 times bigger if it had more space. Like, it's 2 plants right there, so they're competing with space. But they're not competing too bad because look at it. Anyway, so here is Genovese basil. There's red Reuben, and that's a mixed one. I can't remember what it's called. We have some green beans down here that are fixing to be pulled out this week, I think, or sometime. Probably not this week, probably next week. Just because it takes time for beans to grow. And I'm starting beans this week to put here and fill in there that died. So yeah. Anyway, y'all. Let's move over there. And sorry, my camera keeps getting blurred because coming from inside to outside, it's so humid out here. So I have to keep wiping this off. So sorry if it keeps getting blurry. Alright, y'all. So as we move in here, y'all see I have some beans right there, that bean seeds. I'm getting ready to redo that whole green bean bed over here. I'm gonna pull all these plants out. That will be on next week's video. Really don't know which one. I think Monday maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so here's some beans right here. There's some good ones. But yeah, anyway, y'all, there's the bean seeds. Here's the pumpkins I never picked up. They're starting to go bad, but it's alright. Anyway, y'all, today it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Last night, I looked out my window with a flashlight because the dogs were barking or whatever, and there was deer out here. I might pop up a little video on the screen. I'm not sure, but I'll show y'all. They were right there. Right, I'll just show y'all when I get down there. Anyway, y'all, so we have green bean plant here that they chewed up. It's starting to grow back, though. We have some tomatoes that have nothing on them at all. We have, this has doubled overnight. This is crazy. Anyway, we have, like I said, tomatoes. Now, they chewed these green bean plants up. Now, this wasn't last night. This was like a couple weeks ago. But also, while they were chewing that up, I don't know if y'all saw. I think that was this Tuesday. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm just going to talk about it here. They took every single. They didn't eat the plant of the tomato. They just took every single tomato off of it. Every single one of these things were tomato bunch or bundle. I don't know. Rack, you like that right there. That was all tomatoes. Anyway, they missed a few here and there. Like right here. That one was good. down in there, everywhere. But it's not getting a good sized cherry tomato because the plant is just totally stressed from it being stripped. So they just hurry up and recommend to produce seed. They missed a few over here. They took ones on this side, they missed these, so the dogs must have scared them enough or something. They get spooked really easy. Well, not the deer where I live. But anyway, y'all, I gotta cut this grass though. Don't worry about the grass. But anyway, when I looked up my window, they were sitting right here, and it was reaching for something over here. I guess I was trying to see, it was smelling the tomato plant. But anyway, these tomatoes are done for the season. They will all be getting pulled out soon. So I'm just gonna let tomatoes have it this year. That's all my tomatoes. I didn't get as much as I planned. I got plenty. I'm grateful for everything I got. Here's another one. But I would have got way more if they wouldn't have did that. But it's alright, everything happens for a reason. We always have next year. So yeah, not really too worried about it. I was thinking about doing a second planting of tomatoes. Actually, let's do a little story time. So I had my seeds planted or whatever, and they came up looking good. Brought them outside. Well, forgot they were outside. And by the way, before I even tell y'all that part, I had already been thinking, should I do it or not? And so I let my dogs out while my tomato plants were outside. Well, they just ran over and flipped the whole trays upside down and everything, so it just crushed them. Didn't damage all of them. My dog's about to start playing. But yeah, so I just looked at that as a sign from God, because I was already on the edge about doing it. So I just took that as a sign from God to... This bean has dried, sorry. I'm just looking at this because why was this bean dry? He's literally... Anyway, I don't know what to say about that. But, I just took that as a sign from God to just be down with tomatoes, be grateful for what you got this year, and just try next year. So I do have something coming that will be in that place soon. I'm starting seeds for that this week. It's not going to be green beans though, because we're going to replant this whole bed. This whole bed will be green beans, and then that bed. So all my raised beds in my garden will be green beans by the end of the season. So yeah, or by probably in 2 weeks. So we're going to go down these 2 rows now. We have pepper row right here, and then this is like everything. So we have some cucumber. Now everything in my garden is basically getting pulled up, y'all. It's actually hard to believe, but yeah. So they are. So this is cucumber melons. They've been in since April, late April. So it's time for them to be pulled out. It's been time for them to be pulled out. We have California Wonder Peppers. Why is there these eggs on here? I'll take care of that. So anyway, yeah, so these are California Wonders. We got some more melon type of cucumbers. We have what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Is it banana? I don't think I even planted a banana, but it might be. I really don't know. I don't know. I might can tell you on a little bit. Anyway, we have a pimento pepper there. We have some more melon cucumbers. I stopped picking these a while ago. What is this weed? Looks like it would be... Oh yeah, I don't know what this is, but these are very invasive here. I see them all the time. I don't know what this is. What is this? It looks like a tomatillo or something. I don't know. No, ground cherry maybe. I'm not sure. It has that husk stuff, but I didn't plant none of these. I've never planted any of that in my garden. So I seen those. So a whole nother story time, but I'm not getting too much in this. We have a farm, and when I was there, they grew all the time out there. We never planted them though. So yeah, I don't plant stuff out there just because it's too much to keep up with, really. Anyway, I have planted a garden out there before, but it's just so much like wildlife and stuff out there. It's just so like crazy. Anyway, so we have like these melon cucumbers over here. We have more pimento peppers. Now through here is, what is this? I usually get the varieties right. No, Red Impact. Now let me see what these are, cause I don't know what these are. Hold up, but I know what I see. I see a pest. Anyway, what are these? Did I not tag these? I had to, right? Carmen. Okay, that's probably what that is. This right here is probably a Carmen, because that's 3 Carmen right there. So this would have made 4. Yeah, that's Carmen. Okay, told y'all I'd figure that out. Anyway, so we have dead cucumbers there. More pimentos. We have Red Impact. We have eggplant that's ready. Ow. Be careful when y'all pick an eggplant. It has spikes up here at the top. Yeah. We have more Red Impact. Then we have, what is that? Giant Marconi. These got eaten up by the deer too, y'all. So just look and look away. And I still ain't put these trellis up yet. I don't even think I'm gonna put them up this year. They'll probably get put up next year if I'm not even lying. So we're gonna go up this row. So we have nothing in this row so far. Well, we have, I'm just gonna do all this at one time. So we have watermelon over here. Now we do have Charleston Gray, which I get blossom end rot on like crazy. It's actually unreal. I picked every single one of them off already just due to blossom end rot. So yeah, we have a couple cucumbers ready. I'll pick them later. Might not even pick them. I don't even, like I said, I've just, oh my gosh. Sorry, something got my eye. But anyway, I might pick it, might not. My garden, the whole garden's basically getting pulled up soon. Maybe that's more to come on that. Anyway, we have cucumbers right here, just dead cucumbers. More cucumbers. Literally dead cucumbers that got taken over by weeds. Because if it's not raining, it's 100 degrees. So there's that. Actually, did that have some type of root defect or whatever? No, okay. Okay, no. Just making sure. I'm just going to throw all that off of my plastic so it won't grow in here. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm going to show y'all my compost pile a little bit too, because I feel like that should be part of the garden tours. I do keep up with that now. We have more cucumbers. Actually, these are the expensive cucumbers, the Katrina cucumbers. They're off Johnny's. You can check them out. They're actually very, very, very good cucumbers. I'd say for early season. I wouldn't say for mid-season. I mean, for mid or late season. Anyway, we have a zinnia here. I can't think of the variety. I keep telling y'all I'm gonna figure out the variety. Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all that this one because I'm probably not. I never do. We have Cosmos here. Don't know the variety. We have ants down here. We have more cucumbers. We have giant Marconi pepper. We have this cantaloupe. Was cantaloupe. Gonna get moved or pulled actually. We already saw these. These are Carmen. And so yeah. Now we're gonna go up the pepper row. Well, we're gonna go down the pepper row, and then I'm gonna show you all my compost pile. So first of all, we need to look at what's standing out, which is the shishito peppers. Okay, we have a ton of shishitos, and I might make a video of its own just for shishitos, because look how many of that. It's crazy. Anyway, y'all. This garden tour, as y'all can see, I'm in a better mood from last garden tour, because last garden tour is just a whole bunch. That's when the deer hit my garden and stuff, and I just was not in the mood to be talking on camera or whatever. But I still did it just because, well, I wasn't just gonna leave y'all out of this, because it's not y'all's fault that it happened. It's not mine either. So yeah. Anyway, we have shishito peppers. 3 plants of shishito peppers. We have Edgevarsky right here. We have Quadrando or whatever that is. Giovanardella that did not take off. We have 2 Fabanatas, 1, 2. We have Giovanardella right here that was doing good and still is kinda. We have Mini Bell right here. This right here is such a good picture. Wait, if I can, I don't know if I can. Anyway, so yeah. Let me take a picture of this right quick for a thumbnail. No, it's probably not going to thumbnail, just for memories for next year so I can see how good my garden was doing. Let me pick this actually because I'm about to try it. Red all the way through. Very ripe, very sweet. It's a Mini Bell. It's great for snacks. Then we have more Mini Bells. We have not jalapenos. These are something totally different. All right there we have green bean that's been shredded by the deer. And that's whatever. So the watermelon varieties, I'll get into that. There's a brassica that came up and then it got eaten, I think, by the deer. But it's whatever. It was doing so good. I was wondering what it was. And I couldn't wait to see what it was because I did not plant it there. I actually pulled up the plant, but I guess I left a root and it came back because that's what most people think. So this was a brassica, like I was saying. I don't know what it was. It was broccoli, something like that. But I left it root in the ground and, well, it came back. Then we have watermelon right here. We have, let's see, Black Diamond, 2 Black Diamonds. We have Charleston Gray, so we have 2 Charleston Gray. And then we have a Juliet, I think. Is this? No, Jubilee. We have 2 Jubilee, and then we have 1 Sugar Baby. I don't know why I planted them like that. But anyway, y'all, let me show y'all my compost pile. So right here is my compost pile. As you can see, there's a lot of tomatoes coming up. That's just from tomatoes I threw in here that went bad. And y'all, this is what I meant by blossom end rot on my watermelon. This right here. It's only happened on my Charleston Gray. I'm not saying you don't have to grow them. It don't work for me, so I'm not growing next year. Anyway, y'all, here is a bunch of tomatoes that has volunteered from my compost pile. Let's actually flip this compost pile because I hadn't did it in a couple days, and I just put a lot of green in the middle. And there's a whole cucumber plant growing on the side. So yeah, let's flip this. Yeah, y'all, so I will see y'all on the next video. This was a good garden tour. I feel like I did really good in this garden tour. My mood was very good in this garden tour. Anyway, y'all, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you subscribe, especially if you made it this far into the video. Wait, hold up. Here is a huge bee. Look at that bee. Anyway, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you have anything to say or any questions or any suggestions. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.